Now let's move on to the next topic, which is about how to hold a pencil properly. It's quite similar to the way we hold a pencil when we write, but here we want to learn 3 different methods of holding it for drawing. My friends, the first method is what I call the short hold. Let me pick up an unsharpened pencil to show you. When we write, we usually hold the pencil or pen from around this area. This is exactly how the first method looks. But here's something important. Some people have unusual or strange habits when holding a pencil. In that case, I recommend holding the pencil with 3 fingers only. And make sure none of your fingers are stretched out in odd directions, forward, sideways, or anything like that. In the end, if you really feel that this position is impossible for you and you are more comfortable with your own way, although I doubt it, then just keep doing what feels natural. Now, in drawing, sometimes we need to hold the pencil more vertically than we do in writing. Look at this bone in the hand. Normally, when we write, the pencil rests right here. I'm the same. I just noticed this spot on my hand is even a little scratched. But for drawing, place the pencil slightly past this joint, on the other side, and a little further forward. What I mean is, in the short hold method, the pencil should be held a bit more upright. The second method is one you've probably seen many times. Many people, without thinking, use it whenever they want to draw. But please, don't use this grip everywhere. And don't think you must hold the pencil this way to look like you're drawing. So, how do you do it correctly? Place your pencil on the paper and hold it from above, without putting your fingers underneath it. You see? My thumb is on this side, my index finger is resting on top of the pencil, and the other 3 fingers are on the opposite side of the thumb. That's the proper way. Don't hold it with just 3 fingers, okay? Now, take a look at this sharpened pencil. You can see the graphite shows more on the left side. This is intentional. When we sharpen the pencil like this, the goal is to be able to draw wide strokes when holding it from above. Let me demonstrate. As you can see, it creates broad lines. The key point is, when drawing wide strokes, the pencil should move downward. For example, when making vertical lines, the pencil in your hand shifts like this. First it was in this position, then I rotate it, and it becomes like this. Now, let's talk about the third method. This one is called the long hold. In this grip, the pencil is held from the very end, the farthest point. Artists often use it with slightly vibrating or loose movements while drawing. However, this method is not really useful for you right now in your classes. That's why I always emphasize, you only need to learn the first 2 methods, and, in the beginning, you will mostly practice with the first one. This doesn't mean you can't draw if you don't use the other grips. In fact, you can do almost everything with the first method. But you cannot do everything with the second or third method. So the best and most practical grip is the first one you've just learned. Alright, now let's move on to the next lesson, how to draw a straight line.